I got a lot of mixed emotions about this, y'all. Kirk Cousins is going to be our quarterback this NFL season. Someone that's a season pass holder with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know how to feel. Now, here in about 8 days is when I'm supposed to decide if I want to upgrade my season pass season as a season member, right? $180 million, 4 years with, and I'm gonna read this on the Falcon Wire, right? .com/USA Today. I'm gonna read all this. What that glares in my face. 180 million if you play for 4 years, but he's guaranteed 100 million in 3. All right, based on everything that I'm looking at. Let me read what the Falcons are doing. Then I'm giving you my opinion about how I feel about all of this. So Falcons expected to sign quarterback Kirk Cousins in free agency per report. I'm gonna put all this on the screen so you guys can see. So this happened today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Eastern daylight saving time, so it's DST now. The Atlanta Falcons are expected to sign free agent quarterback Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million contract, according to his agent Mike McCarthy. Cousins' deal is worth a reported $100 million in guaranteed money. So if he got 3 years guaranteed here, right? If he does 4, so he has the 4-year option, he can get up to $180 million. Okay. The Falcons have been searching for a quality starting quarterback since trading Matt Ryan away in 2022. Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke each failed to seize the job, and now the team will look to Cousins to help in a 6-year playout drought. And that is true. Someone that went to all the fucking games over the last few years. I mean, Mariota could hit a bar inside of a barn, and Desmond Ridder, I mean, he really didn't have nobody to aid him, I guess, to bring him up. He looked good when he played in 2023 when he came in after Mariota abruptly hurt himself. And he played the last 4 games good. And then we let him start this past season, and holy cow, I mean, he was on and off, and we don't even talk about Taylor Heineke. But Adam Schefter reported that the compensation update, Falcons are giving quarterback Kirk Cousins a 4-year, $180 million deal, including $100 million guaranteed per sources. Is a $45 million per average year for Kirk Cousins. It's a lot of fucking money. Kirk Cousins is 35 years old. His wife is from this area. And more about Russell Wilson in a second, because his wife is also from this area. But he has passed for 39,471 yards, 270 touchdowns, and 111 interceptions over his 12 years in the NFL. The former Michigan State star was drafted by the former Washington Redskins head coach Mike Shanahan in the 4th round back in 2012. After playing 6 years in Washington when they were known as the Redskins, Cousins signed with the Vikings as a free agent in 2018. At the time, Cousins signed the largest guaranteed contract in NFL history, a 3-year, $83 million deal. Over the last 6 seasons with Minnesota, Kirk Cousins has passed for a total of 23,265 yards, 171 touchdowns, and 55 interceptions with a passer rating of 101.2. Now, with all of that being said, here's how I feel about this whole situation. Kirk called this off. Here's how I feel about the whole situation. Kirk Cousins is a damn good quarterback. We needed a veteran for a long time. He is a damn good quarterback, okay? Now, with all that being said, all right, he's coming off an Achilles tendon injury here back in October. My fear is someone that dabbled in fitness and things of that nature there. You guys know personal trainer and all that good stuff. He needs to make sure that he got the proper cleats on this time, Kirk, but also that you train those areas and make them strong. It's a lot of money being invested in Kirk Cousins. Last thing we want to do is to pull an Aaron Rodgers. First snap of the new season, he goes down, hurt. 3 or 4 snaps in. Re-hurt the Achilles tendon. And then he's out for the whole season. Who's going to be the backup? Most likely, I'm assuming Desmond Ridder. Taylor Heineke probably going to get the boot. And Logan Woodside might still be around, but Desmond Ridder's probably gonna stick around. Now, if they let Desmond go, who you gonna opt for? Someone coming out of college, or are you gonna opt to try to get Justin Fields to play backup? Because there's a chance he might not even start this year in the NFL. So you're gonna need a strong backup. I'm not saying that Desmond Ridder isn't the guy, but if he played behind Kirk Cousins, maybe now with the veteran being in the locker room, he can learn. He can actually get down and learn some stuff. Kirk Cousins has an arm. He can throw the ball in tight pockets and tight windows. That's something that Drake London can learn from and be utilized in a better way. Same with Kyle Pitts. Bijan don't have to do all that running. I mean, it helps Kirk Cousins not to have to throw the ball that much because now he has, this is a run-heavy team, right? But now he has weapons that he can throw to. But Kirk Cousins doesn't like to run that much. Not saying he doesn't move. He will. He will. He's the guy that when it's 4th and 3 and it's the 4th quarter and we need to get a first down, you can put your money on Kirk Cousins. Okay, I watched him in Minnesota, watched him in Washington. He know how to extend plays. He can throw an interception or two too, but it's not as often as a Marcus Mariota or a Desmond Ridder. He's not going to just throw an interception unless he's trying to force something. That's the thing. You have to make him do something that's uncomfortable and uncharacteristic of Kirk Cousins for him to make a mistake like that. So I'm expecting the Falcons to be a dual threat team. We've been a dual threat team. We just had a quarterback since Matt Ryan. And then, of course, in 2022, matter of fact, since 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, those 5 seasons there, Matt Ryan really didn't have hardly no help on the offensive line for protection. You had Julio Jones, you had Calvin Ridley, and there's a chance that Atlanta may go after Calvin Ridley to bring him back to Atlanta. He left Jacksonville, so that's an outside chance. Okay, so you had Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, no-show Jones, always hurt, no-show Jones. You had all those weapons, but Matt Ryan didn't have no protection. And if you can't protect the quarterback, you're not going to be able to utilize any of them things. That's why Atlanta have been suffering. Then, Matt Ryan decided to leave so we can free up some money, and that's what we did. And then all of a sudden you put Marcus Mariota to take Matt Ryan's spot, but we had to do what we had to do. And I mean, no, that was a no-go. And then, Desmond Ridder. So Atlanta been needing a quarterback, and Taylor Heineke, we've been needing a quarterback. Okay. So now you got somebody that's been in the league for 12 years that is known to play real good. This much money though, we better win at least 13 games. That much money, we better win at least 13 fucking games. Going 9-8 ain't gonna cut it. Making wild card barely ain't gonna cut it. Especially the Buccaneers that have won 4 seasons. We done gave them 2 of the last 4. Actually, 3 of the last 4. We should have won the division in 2023. All right. We could have won it in 2022. We could have won it then. And we could have won it this past year. I'm just gonna be blunt. I'm being honestly blunt. Okay, honestly blunt. Actually, no, 2022 Atlanta got their ass. Well, I think that was the 4 and 12 season. No. We were 7 and 10. We were 7 and 10. We were 7 and 10. We were 7 and 10 for 3 years in a row. We were 7 and 10. All right, but Atlanta had a chance to win it that season as well. We could have took it, but to each his own. But the last 2 seasons were just horrible. Okay, horrible. The Bucs got Baker Mayfield back. Mike Evans done signed. They're going to keep a couple of other players as well. And Baker Mayfield proved that he can play with the Bucs. And now that he's coming back for, I think, 3 years, some shit like that, best believe that they're going to run it, and they're going to run it hard. So Atlanta needs to win at least 13 games. Nobody care about the Saints or the Pink Panthers, all right? The 8 Saints. Nobody care about them. It's going to be the Bucs, Falcons, and we're going to have to win these 13 games. That price tag, Kirk Cousins better win the 13. 12 is bare minimum. 13 is what I want. We better win 13. 13 and up. If we go 12-5, we better be in the playoffs, division round loss, some shit like that, right? But 13-4 is what we're shooting for with that type of fucking money. Now, the smart thing, in my opinion, that I think we should have done was went after Russell Wilson. He's a dual threat quarterback. That means he'll run and throw. His wife from Atlanta too. And we would have had a lot more money to hold. Denver would have been paying Russell Wilson. We've been giving him, we could have got Russ for 3 years, maybe $25 million for 3. And then the Broncos still have to pay him out, whatever the fuck that is, was like fucking 100 million, something like that. Been the same equivalent to Kirk Cousins. We just been just forwarding about 30 million of that fucking money. And we still have a shit ton of money to fucking goddamn go in free agency and build around Russell Wilson. Maybe they thought maybe it's too much drama. Maybe they thought maybe Russell isn't the guy. Russell, his deep threat arm throwing skills ain't the best, but his short passing and running skills is very adequate. I think if this would have been an Arthur Smith team still, we probably would have went out to Russell Wilson because Arthur loved the run game. But with this being a Raheem Morris team, Raheem Morris used to be an old quarterback coach. He likes the deep threat. And since we have BJ, I don't think we still got Tyler Edger. I think Tyler Edger might be still here. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. I haven't been checking yet. I think Tyler might still be here. But I know Cordell's leaving. If this not his last name, I think Cordell's leaving. So we have a run-heavy team. So I can see why they went out to Cousins. We don't need him to run. We have a run game. We just need him to throw the fucking ball. So maybe that's why they opted not to get Russell Wilson. But had it been me trying to save money, I can take some steam off my running back. We don't have to go for 40-yard plays. The man can still throw the ball pretty accurately up to about 20 yards. That's deep enough. But Kirk can throw it 30, 40, 45 yards on average. The guy has a fucking arm. He can throw some nukes. So I would have went with Russell Wilson. Let's play smart, save some money, build around Russell, and then went that way, right? It would have helped BJ, because run backs' careers in the NFL is very short. It would have helped BJ to have a quarterback run, right, from time to time, give him some rest. But like I say, both of them are veterans. Both of them are awesome quarterbacks. Of course, Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. He should have had two, but we're not going to talk about the Marshawn Lynch screw job and all that shit. We're not doing that. We're not going to stray off topic. Kirk Cousins has been, not in the big game, but in a lot of playoffs, games and contention. So maybe he'll be the one that gives over the hump this year. Hopefully this year. You know, it would have been awesome. Last year was the 25th anniversary that Atlanta went to the Super Bowl in 1998. And, of course, we don't want to discuss what happened at that Super Bowl in 1998. And down there, it was early 99, but it was the 98 season down there in Miami when we gave John Elway his last Super Bowl ring. So maybe that's why they want to bring somebody up from the Broncos, too. Because the Broncos whooped us in the Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl 33. 31, 33, I was getting, I think it was 33. But yeah. I don't want to relive that. I don't want to. I remember being a little kid, and that was my second year rooting for the Falcons. I don't want to relive that. That was horrible. That was horrible. So hopefully though, Atlanta can do its thing. Keep the players healthy. We should get Grady Jarrett back. I think we really need to build around Grady Jarrett. He is the longest tenure Falcon on the team currently. So I don't see that many more seasons of him playing. And I think building around him on defense will be awesome. It really will give the team some spunk. The defense played well. We had the last two seasons, actually. We had a damn good defense the last two seasons. And that's why defense did their job. Offense, if we could have just, I want you guys to think about this fight in the video. If we could have just sacked Joshua Dobbs here when Minnesota came here last season, we would have won that game. If we would have fucking sacked Kyler Murray, we would have won that game. That 7-10 right there turns to 9-8. If we would have got to Will Levis and sacked his ass in Tennessee, the game that Grady Jarrett went down, right? Now you're looking at 10-7. Okay? You see where I'm going with this? There was some games where Atlanta, the Washington Commanders, back-to-back in the end zone. If we would have just made a stop and a sack on Sam Howell, okay, Atlanta will win again. Now you're looking at 11-6. Okay? In all actuality, Atlanta should have won 12 games last year. The Panthers, are you kidding me? Back-to-back in the rain. Mariota the year before last on his back throwing the ball in the air. And I don't know what Desmond Ridder was looking at. Just run out of bounds. Kick a field goal. Guess what? 12-5. Atlanta would have had the division. Just them 4 games. I just named a 5 right there. I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about what happened the last part of the season. I knew that the Saints game, New Orleans, that last Saints game was a trap game. The Bucs coming to Atlanta, we should have won that game. We should have won that game. But Atlanta started playing stupid. Let the Bucs come back in. They took care of business. Right there should have been 13-4. I want you guys to sit there and think about all of that. The season before last, the Chargers, you get the ball and fumble the ball, you get it back, running the ball back and give it right back to the Chargers. And then Drake London let them just strip the ball from him. Instead of just dropping to the knee, just let the ball strip the ball from him right there. That could have won that game. Look at the Steelers. Mariota threw the ball right to the motherfucking hand in the end zone. Look at Washington. Why don't you give it back to Cordell Patterson and run it back in there? Nope, 3 interceptions. And then we get the roughing the kicker. Mariota threw the ball right to the Saints' first game of the season. Give us those 4 wins right there. 7 plus 4 is 11. We've been 11-7. And the Ravens game, Drake London fumbled that ball. We could have beat the Ravens. The Saints game, the second Saints game, Drake London fumbled the ball. We should have beat the Saints then. Give us those 2. What you got right there? 13-4. And technically, Atlanta could have been 14-3. Technically. Because there was another game in there with the Panthers on your back. Actually, it could have been 15-2. Let's not forget the Grady Gate. How Tom Brady and them screwed Grady Jerry. I was down there in Tampa when that happened. I went to that game. Yeah, what's the referee name? It'll come to me. He better not never show his face here in fucking Atlanta. He better not never. Never. I'm going to put his name at the bottom because right now, he better not never come to Atlanta. He'll come to me and see him. I'm sitting there and I'm hollering, yeah. That game right there, we should have beat the Bucs. We should have been 15-2. 15-2. I'm telling you, Atlanta, the Rams, he threw the ball. Mariota threw the ball right to the motherfucking guy. The Rams, trying to go for that guy we had from the Raiders. I can't even think of his name. So what is Brian Knight? What the fuck that guy name? Threw it straight to him. You had Kyle Pitts open in the flat. You throw a damn nuke down the field and threw it to the guy. What was it? Not Von. Was it Von Miller? What was? Threw it right to the motherfucker. Threw it. Not Von Miller. What's the guy name they played cornerback? Threw it straight to him. Threw it straight to him. Atlanta should have won that game. All the games I'm naming, Atlanta lost by 1 score, 4 to 8 points. 1 score. One score. I'm telling you. I'm straight up. I think the only team that actually just outright beat our ass that year, I think it was the Bills in the snow. They outright just tore Atlanta ass up. But other than that, them other games, Atlanta had it. We didn't have a quarterback. Didn't have a quarterback. Somebody to make smart ass decisions. Those games still hump me. Atlanta should have been damn near fucking 15-2, 16-1, and 2022, right? With 2023. And then this past with 2022 season in 2023. And then this last season here, this 2023 season, Atlanta should have won 13 fucking games. 12-13 guaranteed. Bar none. So, Kirk Cousins better come in here and win 12-13 games. Because those games that I named was horrible decisions made by the quarterback that we lost. Defense did their job. Can't take them away from defense. Defense showed their ass. They Jesse Bates them showed their ass this past season. And even last season. You can't take them away from those guys. The offense had a problem because of quarterback positions. So there won't be no excuse this season. Either we make wild card or we win division. Either we're gonna be a division leader or we fighting for a wild card spot. But either way, Atlanta better be in the playoffs this year. All this fucking money, you better be in the playoffs this year. There's not no motherfucking excuses no more. We have a quarterback. You better get your asses in the playoffs this year. The punk ass Cowboys is coming to town. Taylor Swift and the chicken shit Chiefs is coming to town this season. I'm gonna have family out here this season at these fucking games. Okay? I need Atlanta to embarrass them this season. I don't want the Cowboys to come out here. Fuck all that. And I sure don't want them Chiefs dumb crippled Chiefs. All right? Fuck all that. Wounded knee Chiefs. I don't need all that shit out here. I don't need the Blue Shield, Blue Star Ornament, humpback, brokeback mountain boys of Dallas, Texas, and the Wounded Knee Chiefs out here fucking with me. Because I got family that love both of them teams, and I ain't trying to hear it the rest of the fucking season. Cowboys let Tony Pollard go. They ain't even got a run game. It's no excuse. It's no, Dan Quinn's gone. Dan Quinn's in Washington now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for Atlanta not to just steamroll the Cowboys. As far as Andy Reid goes, and Lord Coach Reid, respect him. Respect him since the Eagle days. McNabb, Vic, we all go back. McNabb, Vic, Michael Turner, you know, all that shit. And we had Coach Mike Smith, all that shit. Take you back. That rivalry, real trends. I was happy that Andy Reid got his now third ring. Okay, third ring. They went back to back, and then they won in 2020. They beat the Niners twice, and then they beat fucking who was that last year that they beat? The Eagles. Andy Reid beat his old team and beat the Niners twice. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan, thank you. You remember we lost Super Bowl. Yeah, you're welcome. You lost your own Super Bowl again for not letting your offensive and defense coordinators do their shit. You're welcome. So with all that being said, I respect Andy Reid, but we gonna have to send Taylor Swift back home crying with Travis Kelce. All right. And as a former Texan, no disrespect to Pat Mahomes, but he need to go back to Tyler, Texas, Smith County, and cry after his ass kicking, because that's what's gonna happen. No disrespect to Pat Mahomes. His dad was an awesome baseball player. No disrespect. All right. But that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. It better happen this year. We don't care that Chris Jones, whatever his name, signed like $30, $40 million that the Chiefs kept him on. Right? Ain't gonna matter. We don't care. We don't care about Pacheco. All we want is the ass. Now we got a quarterback. I think we're gonna be getting a lot of ass. No Vaseline. We're gonna fleece Johnson, all you motherfuckers. And I'm not even on that homo shit. I'm just trying to put some graphic shit in your head. We gonna fleece Johnson. It's booty time. We gonna tear it up. We gonna anally sodomize y'all. If Kirk Cousins do his fucking job, the defense is gonna have its way with y'all. Oh, we're gonna be a whole bunch of salad tossing going on. To quote Mike Tyson, we gonna fuck y'all in the ass till you love us. Y'all ain't faggots, so we ain't gonna even drop that line, but we gonna fuck y'all in the ass till you love us. That's what we gonna do. And we don't mean with dicks, we mean with feet and cleats. We gonna give y'all Fleece Johnson love with the feet. No Vaseline. No wham. If Kirk Cousins play right. That's the talk. That's the Falcons talk. I'll be back after the draft to give you my opinion on how we doing the draft, and then you'll see me again with football talk when it's time for preseason and training camp. I plan on getting with my boy Go Cast himself, and he's a Panthers fan, so we're in the same division, and talk about how our teams are stacking up for this season and where should we go from here. Might even do a little basketball talk. I think it's time for LeBron James to sit his ass down. Crybaby James. He broke Michael Jordan's all-time scoring record, whatever the fuck he did. Still ain't the GOAT. GOAT got 6. You got 3. You'll never get 6. Now as a player, maybe as a coach, you get 3 more. Go that route, Crybaby James. You got the Brady complexion. You can't even be touched. Oh, he touched me. Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this Falcon talk. I'm out, guys. Peace.